up, my people? Today we have an awesome compare and contrast. As you can see, we have the 2022 Mercedes AMG SL63 and the 2018 Mercedes AMG GTC Roadster. We're going to be doing a compare and contrast of these awesome, gorgeous vehicles, going over what I like on each car and what I don't like on each car. So let's get straight to it. So looking at the front of the 2022 Mercedes AMG SL63. So the first thing that strikes me are these aggressive front headlines with this sharp line right here. Makes the car look really, really aggressive. You also have these shark fin type fins going down right here with a carbon fiber exterior trim. That helps with the aggressive look as well. We got a carbon fiber front splitter. We have the massive Mercedes-Benz emblem to tell you that you're driving a big body Benz AMG. You also have these bolts on the front hood to get a little bit more aggressive and bulky of the car. I really, really like it. All right, guys, so now looking at the front of the 2018 Mercedes AMG GTC Roadster. So starting at the headlights, like we did with the SL63, here you still have that angle, but it's a little bit less pronounced, and the angular piece right here is a little bit longer. You get a horizontal shark fin right there and a lot more venting going around here. You also get the front splitter in the same color, obsidian black, as the rest of the car. And then you also, again, have that big body Mercedes-Benz AMG emblem coming right at you. And then something you get on the 2018 GTC Roadster that you don't get on the SL63 are these vents right here to let the hot air come out of the engine. And you also get 3 line bulges on the front hood to tell that this car is a little bit more aggressive. Okay, so now we're at the side of the 2018 AMG GTC Roadster. I think the front fenders are a little bit more flared out to make a little bit more of a bulgy look. You also get these shark vents on the side here, which I really like. We're gonna get to that on the SL63. It's a little bit different, and you get that venting again there. Then you get this, actually the same mirror that's on the SLS. Let's take it pretty much from there. You get this chrome door handle, and then again, a little bit more of a bulge on the rear fenders. Now, starting on the side, the front side of the SL63, excuse me, this front fender seems to be a little bit more curved, a little bit more circular to bring everything together smoother. You get these awesome chrome wheels with the yellow calipers. That looks absolutely immaculate, I'm sorry. And then here, this is where it gets interesting. You have no venting here on the side, and you have this plastic kind of shark fin. I mean, it's a lot less subtle. I prefer the one on the 2018 GTC Roadster. Obviously, you get the V8 bi-turbo badging right there. Then you get a carbon fiber side skirt, which is very, very neat. Coming back here again, you can see that it's a little bit less of a bulge. Also, one thing I forgot to point out is that you get these door handles right here. I don't know why it's not working. Chrome again, with a little accent of the color that pop out when you're coming to open the door. And then at the rear fenders, there's a little bit more circular curvature going on again to make this car flow a little bit more. All right, so now at the rear of the 2018 GTC Roadster, you get this oval-like vent here to alleviate the pressure that builds up in the wheel well. You get the chrome badging of all the emblems of Mercedes, AMG, and the GTC emblem. You get this single exhaust right there, kind of an obsidian black color. And then you get these ugly as you-know-what rear fender thingies that are there for regulatory issues. I don't know, US, needs to be there, but it looks freaking disgusting. But yeah, and then you also get these kind of sleek rear lights with AMG badging right there. Mercedes wants you to know that this is an AMG. They have the badging of AMG absolutely everywhere on these cars. And then obviously, I forgot to talk about this, but you have the retractable and foldable rear wing right here as well. All right, so now at the rear of the SL63. So first things first, 2 things stand out to me. This absolutely gorgeous quad chrome exhaust, 2 on each side of the car, and then the rear spoiler, the rear retractable spoiler is, I think, almost 2 times the size of the one on the GTC. Another thing that stands out to me is you get this beautiful carbon fiber trim everywhere. And the other thing, which I actually prefer on this car, is that all the badging, like the SL63 badging, the Mercedes badging, and the AMG badging, is in this obsidian black color, which I think hides it, but still makes it stand out perfectly. All right, guys, we're about to move on to the interior of both cars, but before we do that, let me know in the comments which front you prefer, which rear you prefer, and which side you prefer, and what you prefer on each car. Let me know in the comments. Let's go. All right, guys, so the first thing that stood out to me as I was sat in the SL63 in the interior is how high-tech and how luxuriously focused this thing is. It's absolutely insane. So first things first, these seats are so damn comfortable. In the SL63, you usually get the AMG performance seats as standard, but these are the more comfortable luxury seats, and you can see you get a diamond stitch, you can get air venting everywhere. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and this white interior is definitely a pain to keep clean, but it is absolutely worth it. Now looking at the wheel, you get this awesome white leather which feels extravagant in your hands. You get these kind of L-shaped sculpted paddles on the back. They're aluminum to make it feel really luxurious and expensive, which you want in this car. Then one thing that I love in this car on the steering wheel that you don't get in the GTC is the adjustability here of all the different driving modes. So just with a click of a button here on the steering wheel, I can change the suspension into Sport Plus, I can change it into Comfort, I can change it into Sport, I can turn the traction control on and off, I have the dial here to twist into my different modes. There's Sport, there's Sport Plus. As you can see here, the exhaust gets louder. There's race mode, and I love these animations here. They look absolutely so cool. And you turn it back here into the comfort mode. This cool blue looks really good, and then you also get all this ambient lighting. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys, so one thing that I don't like on this interior, which is kind of hard to find because it's so exquisite, is that the shift knob, the shift selector is right here, shaped like an indicator. To me, that is like so, I don't know why, but that makes me just feel cheap when I'm doing it here, not having a really nice metallic shifter right there, which you get in the GTC, which I'll show you in a second. And on top of that, this stuff is plastic. The whole selector there is plastic. So you're going into gear, and the first thing you touch is a piece of plastic in a six-figure car. You don't like that. All right, so another awesome feature that you get on the SL and the GTC actually is this thing called the air scarf. So it shoots out warm air to your neck, and that'll be perfect when you're riding with your beautiful wife and she's complaining that it's too cold with the top down. That'll keep her quiet.
A few moments later.
And it figures as we're filming, it just starts to pour.
Alright guys, so a torrential downpour literally just hit us. It's quite unfortunate. The battery wasn't working properly on the SL63, wasn't fully charged. So the center console display wasn't working. And then also I couldn't put the top up, so it was absolutely terrible. As soon as the first drops came, I had to race the car into the garage over there. That kind of called a little bit early quits to the whole review and video, but we'll definitely be back. Thank you to the Mercedes AMG GTC, and thank you so much to Mercedes-Benz of the Woodlands for allowing me to check out some of their awesome cars. We will definitely be back. Big thanks to them. I'll be shooting some videography and stuff. You guys will see everything. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with even better car content.